The morning patrol begins before sunrise inside a vast national park in South Africa, where the dry grass of the savanna glows faintly under the pale light of dawn. I walk slowly along a dusty ranger road, a wildlife ranger in my mid-30s wearing a green field uniform, worn boots and carrying binoculars and a small rescue backpack, while scanning the horizon for signs of poachers. The park is usually quiet at this hour, but something feels wrong in the distance. A flock of birds suddenly lifts from the grass in a frantic burst of wings, circling above a patch of land several hundred meters away. I change direction immediately and move toward the disturbance, stepping through tall grass and scattered thorn bushes. The smell reaches me before the scene becomes clear. A large female rhinoceros lies motionless on the ground, her massive body collapsed in the dust. Gunshots from poachers are the only explanation. Beside the fallen mother stands a baby rhino calf, small and frightened, nudging the body again and again as if trying to wake her. The calf's skin is covered with dust, and its movements are nervous, confused, and desperate. The young rhinoceros keeps circling the body of its mother, refusing to leave. Then the calf suddenly turns its head toward me. The small rhinoceros walks forward slowly through the tall grass and stops only a few meters away, staring directly at me. The calf does not run. The baby rhino simply stands there, breathing heavily, as if silently asking for help in the middle of the vast South African savanna. And in that moment, I realize the poachers may not be far away. The baby rhino calf keeps circling the body of its fallen mother, its small steps slow and uncertain across the dusty ground. I stay where I am for a moment, careful not to move too quickly. A frightened calf can panic and run blindly into the tall savanna grass, and out here there are dangers everywhere. The young rhinoceros suddenly stops and looks directly at me again. Its ears twitch while it studies me from a short distance, trying to understand whether I am a threat or something else. I slowly lower myself to one knee, keeping my posture calm and non-threatening. The calf takes a hesitant step forward, then another. Dust rises gently beneath its small feet as it approaches through the tall grass. The young rhino lets out a soft call, a quiet sound that echoes across the silent savanna. It walks closer to me but keeps glancing back toward the body of its mother. The confusion in its movements is clear. The calf still expects the mother to stand up and follow. I speak softly, even though the animal cannot understand my words. The tone matters more than the meaning. Slowly and carefully, I reach into my rescue backpack and remove a small canteen of water and a folded cloth. The calf pauses only a few meters away now. Its breathing is heavy and its eyes stay fixed on me. For a long moment, neither of us moves. In the vast silence of the South African savanna, the baby rhino seems to make a decision. And then the calf takes another cautious step toward the only help left in the wild. The young rhino calf now stands only a few steps away, its breathing slower than before. For the first time since I arrived, the small animal is no longer circling in panic. It simply stands there, watching me with cautious curiosity. I slowly reach for the radio on my belt. Careful not to make any sudden movements, I press the call button and quietly request assistance from the ranger rescue team. Help is on the way. The calf tilts its head slightly when it hears the faint sound of my radio. For a moment, it takes a small step backward, uncertain again. I remain kneeling, keeping my posture calm and patient. Out here in the wild, trust cannot be rushed. Minutes pass slowly in the open savanna. The warm sun continues to rise higher above the grasslands. The baby rhino glances back once more toward the body of its mother in the distance. Then it turns its attention back toward me. Far across the plains, a faint sound finally breaks the silence. An approaching engine. The rescue vehicle. The calf lifts its head, ears twitching as the sound grows closer. Dust begins to rise along the distant ranger road. Help is finally arriving to rescue the orphaned rhino calf from the vast wilderness. The rescue vehicle stops at a safe distance along the dirt ranger road, its engine slowly fading into silence. Two additional wildlife rangers step out and begin walking carefully through the tall savanna grass. Every movement is slow and controlled. A frightened rhino calf can easily panic if surrounded too quickly. I remain kneeling beside the young animal, maintaining the calm connection we have built during the past minutes. The calf glances between me and the approaching rangers, uncertain but no longer terrified. One of the rescuers carries a large animal transport crate mounted on a small wheeled frame. Another ranger brings medical equipment used for wildlife rescues. The team stops several meters away, forming a quiet semicircle. No one rushes forward. In wildlife rescue, patience is more important than speed. The baby rhino takes a few steps closer to me again, staying near the only familiar presence it has left. Behind us, the vast South African savanna stretches endlessly under the bright sun. The young calf is now alone in the wild, but not for long. The rescue team slowly begins preparing to safely transport the orphaned rhino calf to a wildlife rehabilitation center where it can survive and grow. The transport crate is carefully secured in the back of the wildlife rescue vehicle. Inside, the baby rhino calf stands quietly on soft padding, its small body finally beginning to relax after the long and confusing morning. One of the rangers gently closes the crate door, making sure the calf has enough space and airflow for the journey ahead. The rescue team takes a final look across the vast savanna. In the distance, the place where the calf was found grows smaller against the endless grasslands. Out here, the wild can be both beautiful and unforgiving. But today, the young rhino has been given a second chance. The vehicle engine starts again, and the rescue team slowly begins the journey across the dusty Ranger Road. Their destination is a wildlife rehabilitation center, where orphaned rhinos are protected and raised until they are strong enough to live safely again. Inside the crate, the calf remains calm, occasionally shifting its weight while the vehicle moves across the savanna. For the first time since losing its mother, the baby rhino is no longer alone in the wilderness. And somewhere ahead, beyond the endless plains of South Africa, a safer future is waiting.